So we're putting the oil painting in the frame. And the first thing I did was I had this strip I had set aside when I was cutting the other things, and it turns out it was just the right distance because this is going to be the bottom here. So when it's on the wall, I wanted something sturdy for the painting to lean against. It's not such a critical deal here, but it keeps it all nice and square. And when you have glass, it's a lot of weight, so this would have worked nice for glass, although I would have needed a thicker board here. But it's thin. It's thick enough for the oil painting on board. And then I mounted some little eye hooks in the side. I usually look at it like 1/3 of the distance. So from the top, about 1/3. It's not real critical where, but you want them to have them the same. So measure here, go over there and get it the same. I piloted a small drill hole in so I could put these in. A little tight on the edges here. I had to use a needle nose pliers to get them to twist and get them in there. But I got them sunk right in, so they're down there tight. They're there to stay, and they're into that poplar, which is a pretty tight wood, so that'll hold a screw nicely. I then placed the oil painting in and then picked out the center of each side to pilot a little hole in and then to put a little screw in. I use these flat ones because I had a bunch of them. I used to use them quite often. Now I really don't. So one on all four sides. So this thing should not move down, sideways, up, anything. It's in place. Had already mounted this. Now the one thing about putting your wire on ahead of time is make sure you leave enough play to slide your painting in, because I've had that happen before. Did it too tight. The other thing about this frame, one of the concepts of this frame is that it's going to sit snug against the wall on the top also. So when this is pulled like this, I want it to not hit here. So I still have enough play here, you can see. And my picture hanger, now this is an extra, it's a pretty big one really, but I purchased the bulk packs of different sizes, so I have lots of them. This one would most likely do it, but just to be safe, I always like to go up 1 or 2 sizes. So I'm going to go with this one, and even this one on the wall like this is still the distance here. As you can see, maybe you can't see, but it's not going to hit, so it's not going to hold the picture out. So this should go snug against the wall. So I have a little sawdust on here from when I drilled, so I'll just I'll not brush that out later, but let's just see what this looks like before we go in the house to hang it. Because fortunately it's staying here. It was a picture Amy did and she wanted a frame, so then there we go. Just beautiful. She did a great job on the oil painting. Whole family of geese, or swans I should say, swans. Okay, time to hang it up. Oh, and the other thing I should mention, I was skeptical about those types of hooks. This type right here, all they have is one nail in. I always thought that wasn't enough for sheetrock, but turns out they really do hold quite well. So I have to say I do like them. And we use a lot of them now at our different properties, hanging frames. So there it is. Should look beautiful. Nice job, Amy.